Hey! So yesterday we talked about time distance graphs and I showed you how the path is different from what the graph looks like. So today we're going to be doing more of that. Thursday and Friday we're also going to be doing some more graphs. So I wanted you to see what it actually looks like compared to what the graph looks like. So with time distance graph, yesterday we talked about how it shows how much time you were gone and also the distance you were gone from home. So I'm going to pretend like this tree is my home. This tree is my home. This is what my path would look like. So if I leave home and I walk slowly, then I walk a little slower. And then I get to my destination and I need to come back. So I walk a steady speed. Then I stop for a little while. Then I slowly walk back home. Then I lose a little bit more speed. And eventually, I'm back home. Now, you saw the path I walked. It was a straight line. But this is actually what the graph would look like for what I just walked. As you can see, I started off slowly. Then I went a little bit slower. Then I went a little faster. And then I got to my destination and I turned around and I walked a little slowly. I stopped for a little while here. Then I walked slowly home. And then I walked a little bit more slowly. So I wanted you to see that path and explain it to you and so you can see the graph with it. Okay, so yesterday we worked on this graph and I was in my kitchen and I showed you how the path is different from what the graph looks like. Today, when I was outside, I did the path again, except I did the path of this exact graph. So I showed you again that it was just a straight line, but this graph looks totally different. So I started at a tree, which was my home, which would have been the coordinates 0, 0. And I walked slowly. And then I walked a little more slowly. And then I walked faster. And then I turned around. And I walked somewhat fast, and then I stopped, which is this flat line. It is a stop. And then I started walking, and then I walked a little bit slower from here to here. So I talked about how I walked a straight line. My path was a straight line, but my time and my distance is what we're looking at on this graph. Now, one thing to notice on a time distance graph is the steeper the line here or the gradient here, the faster you're walking. Because you can see there's only an hour pass here. You go from 2 hours to 3 hours. So there's only 1 hour pass here, but you went 1, 2, 3, 4 miles in that time. So the steeper the line, the faster you went. On a time distance graph, if there's a flat line, that means you weren't moving. So you were staying in the same place. So time went on, but your distance did not change. And once you see the line start going downward, that means that you're returning back home. Remember, you're still on the same path. You still walked a straight line. You just turned around and went home. So if this was the tree here, when I got back to the tree, this is where I was. I was still, like this whole thing is still my home. So you may want to fill out your table. I would prefer you fill out your table with your coordinates, and then I would like for you to answer the questions. And then when you get finished, I will have a video where I show you how to answer this. And I want you to go back and in a different color put why. If you miss some, I want you to put why. I missed this because I didn't realize that this was home. I missed this because I forgot that this means stop. Just give me a reason on why you missed it, because if we can find our mistakes, that means we really know what we're doing. Okay, well, good luck with this.